Hey everybody, it's Neil here. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I hope you're having an awesome day. One of the most frequent questions I get on this channel is, what size jersey should I buy? And it's a hard question to answer because everyone is a different size. I mean, a year ago I weighed less. I mean, it's no secret I put on some weight. I weigh about 15 pounds more than I did a year ago, unfortunately. But you know what? Stuff happens. It's COVID weight, right? That's right. So I thought that I could take some of my different jersey sizes and lay them out and really show you the difference visually on top of one another, because I'm in a really unique position where I give a jersey away every single month. If you're interested in that, the link is down below in the description. But I have a collection of different Adidas jerseys in different sizes. I have a size 56, I have a size 52, a size 50, and a size 40, size 46. So there are other sizes, but those are the ones that I have. And I thought, well, what if I lay them all out down on the floor, align them the best I could on top of one another, obviously starting at the bottom with the biggest size, and then working my way up. And by working my way up, I mean working my way down in size, so you can visually see how big 56 is compared to the rest of the sizes, or how big 50 is compared to 46 or whatever. So that's what I've done. I am going to go through a collection of pictures here and show you what I found out. And what I found out actually totally surprised me. I learned something new. So it's kind of cool that I made a video about it, but even if I wasn't making a video, and if I had just done it in general, I would have been like, wow, that's actually awesome. I didn't know that. So the fact that I can actually maybe kind of educate some people out there and teach them the same thing that I learned is pretty cool. If I do that, if you did learn something new from this video, I would love it if you could hit the like button down below. That really helps the channel, and not only does it help the channel, but it helps other jersey collectors like us. Maybe it shows up in their recommended feed or something like that, and maybe they learn something new, and that helps them make a decision on a size of jersey to buy. So this is specifically for Adidas. Not Reebok, not previous, brand Starter, Coho, whatever. We're talking just Adidas here, current NHL Adidas jerseys. Now, here are the sizes that are actually available from Adidas. There's size 42, which is extra, extra small. Size 44, which is extra small. Size 46, which is small. Size 50, which is medium. Size 52, which is large. Size 54, which is extra large. Size 56, which is extra, extra large. And size 60, which is 3XL for them thick boys. And shout out to those thick boys watching. So I wasn't really a fan of the sizing method that Adidas uses, or they implemented it when they came in and started making the jerseys. I was used to Reebok, small, medium, large, whatever. That's easy. That is, if you go buy a sweater or a t-shirt, you're looking at small, medium, or large. And then Adidas comes in here with these damn numbers, and it's like, damn it. But I'm used to it now. It's been 3 years, so it's all good. So I did find the chart there, and if you want to see that chart for yourself on your own time, it is on the Adidas site itself. So here's the first photo that I'm going to show you. It's actually the biggest jersey that I have, and it is in the giveaway pile. It is a size 56 Vancouver Canucks Adidas jersey. And it doesn't really look that big in the picture, but you'll understand how big it actually is compared to the other ones as I start to put them on top. Now, I did put a measuring tape above, and again, this is not scientific, this is not perfect, I just laid them out the best I could, so really the measuring tape doesn't matter too much. However, I did measure the distance between sleeve tip to sleeve tip, and it was roughly 67.75 inches. If that means something to you, that's great. It doesn't mean anything to me. Whatever, right? That doesn't really mean much. It's not going to tell you anything, but I figured I'd put it up there anyway. So, size 56. If you move on to the next size that I have, that's size 52, and it's a Calgary jersey. And I noticed a lot of interesting things here. Some things I predicted, and some things I didn't predict. The things I didn't predict was top to bottom length. It appears that size 52 is almost as long from top to bottom as size 56, but drastically different in other areas. For example, down by the hips, the Vancouver size 56 is much wider than the size 52. That is something that I would have predicted, but I didn't think it would be as close on the length from top to bottom, or the height, sorry, from top to bottom. Now, you do notice some differences as well, up and around the shoulders a little bit, and the arm width and the arm length for sure. So the biggest differences are arm length, or sleeve length, and hip width or distance, and even up by the mid region as well. So the next jersey that I have is a size 50, and that's a Vegas Golden Knights jersey. I unfortunately do not have a size 54 to slot in there between 56 and 52, so that's why there's a bit of a jump there. But on to size 50, notice the height. It's basically exactly the same as size 52. I would not have predicted that. If you had have asked me a trivia question, which jersey is taller, size 52 or size 50? I mean, obviously I'm going to say size 52, but based on this photo, they're pretty much identical. There's not really much of a difference there height-wise, but there is in other areas, kind of like the last one. The sleeve length or the arm length is the biggest difference here. Look at the difference between the size 52, which is the Calgary, kind of the ones, the black sleeves, and the size 50 Vegas one, and then compare the Vegas one to the Vancouver one, the biggest one. There's a big difference there. Not a lot of difference in the white Vegas jersey and the Calgary jersey, size 50 and 52, down by the hip region. The width is actually almost identical, very close. But up, if you move up, the torso up near them boobs, it gets a little bit thicker there on the 52 and a little more slender in the size 50. That's easily predictable. I wouldn't have predicted the width being so similar down by the hips, though. Moving on to the next one, which is size 46. Now, this is the size that I wear. I'm almost 5'10". I'm like 5'9 and 3/4 or whatever. I am way around 180-ish. So if you're trying to figure out what size you want to buy based on my body type, I prefer size 46 because it's a little bit tighter, I guess. It's not tight, but it's not loose feeling. It feels like an actual shirt or something. I know a lot of people prefer baggy jerseys. If they wear a jersey, they want it to have a lot of room and stuff, and they kind of want it to hang off them. That's just not for me. So if I would say that if I was a typical jersey buyer, size 50 is probably for me. But since I'm not, I prefer size 46. So as you can tell from this photo, the length, again, is almost identical to size 50 and size 52. It even comes down past a little bit, and that has to do with some of my, laying it out, and this not being completely scientific. But the top to bottom height is pretty much identical. The arms, the length is almost identical as well. It's very, very close, but the arm width, you can tell there is a difference. The arms are definitely a little bit tighter on the size 46 versus 50. Now, the width, it's on the hips. That size 50 Vegas one is just a little bit wider, and that moves up around the same width, moving up as well. So the size 46 is really tighter on the arms and tighter in the waist. Otherwise, it's the same length in the sleeves, and it's the same length from top to bottom, or height. So if you're like me, and you weigh around this, maybe you're around the same height I am, or weigh the same as me, or whatever, and you're in size 46, and you start to feel it getting a little bit more tight, and I admit it's getting a little bit more tight for me, like I said, to put on some weight, and you might start to think, okay, well, if I get size 50, is it going to be too big? And I would have said maybe before, but after looking at this, I would think, no, that's actually a pretty easy transition. A little wider in the arms, a little wider around the waist. Same length of the arms, same length from top to bottom. It's almost the perfect transition, so that's actually pretty cool to see, like just visually looking at this. If I zoom in down at the bottom, you can see the differences just up close a little bit. If I go over to the left-hand arms, you can really tell that how close it is between the Vegas and the Calgary 46 jersey. They're basically identical length. And the other side as well, you can kind of see the difference in around the armpit region or up near the shoulders. And again, this is not scientific. Obviously, these aren't placed 100% perfectly straight, but it's just a kind of a guesstimate, basically. So that wraps up the size comparison. What I learned was almost all of the jersey sizes are extremely close height-wise from top to bottom. And I'm not really confused, but shocked. I was shocked by that. And I was shocked at the height and the arm length between size 46 and size 50. I thought there'd be a difference. There's not at all. That blew me away. I couldn't believe it. It was it was a good thing to find out. I really I like that now. If I start to gain a little bit more weight, I mean, luckily I've actually lost some weight recently, but if I did start to gain more weight or whatever, and I thought about going to size 50, seeing that, man, I'm totally comfortable getting a size 50 versus a size 46, because I know it's going to give me just the little bit of extra room that I need around the belly region, around the arm region. So this was a really good exercise for me. I hope it does help someone else out there. I'm going to use this information for myself moving forward. If I do start to gain weight, or if someone messages me and says, I've got a size 50, I'm starting to gain a bunch of weight, my size 50 doesn't fit me at all, do you think a size 52 would fit me? And I'm probably going to say, well, if you don't even fit in your size 50, I'm thinking maybe you probably go up to size 54 or 56 or something like that. So this was a really good exercise just for me, just to help people maybe. And obviously I'm not a jersey expert. My advice isn't going to be 100% sound, but I'm just trying to do the best I can with what I'm working with. So I do hope that it helps someone out there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're into jerseys, jersey collecting, jersey concepts, jersey everything, I would love it if you could hit the subscribe button down below. And like I said, if you did find this video helpful, please hit the like button down below. That really helps the channel a lot, helps the video get kind of recommended to some other people. And there is nothing wrong with the jersey community growing, the jersey collector community growing. So it would be cool to see this being recommended to other people. So thanks guys for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Adios.